What began as a routine call for deputies ended in tragedy inside of a home just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Investigators finding a woman unresponsive. Her boyfriend, former Buckeye and NFL linebacker Darron Lee, still at the scene and taken into custody. He's now charged with first-degree murder.
Well, new at 11 tonight, former Ohio State football player and first-round NFL draft pick Darron Lee is now charged with murder. The Hamilton County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office arrested Lee yesterday after finding Lee's girlfriend dead at a home near Chattanooga. Now, he's charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. No other information has been released so far. Lee played for Ohio State as a linebacker on the 2014 national championship team.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the shocking and developing story of Darron Lee, the former NFL linebacker now charged with first-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend in Tennessee. We'll unpack the facts, give you his background, timeline of events, and legal context. Viewer discretion advised for the details we cover. This video may include images, audio, or video clips used for educational and commentary purposes under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act, fair use. Darron Lee is a former professional football player who was once a highly touted defensive star. He was a first-round draft pick, number 20 overall, of the New York Jets in 2016 after a standout college career at Ohio State University. Lee played 58 games in the NFL across the Jets, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Buffalo Bills between 2016 and 2020. He was the defensive MVP of the 2015 Sugar Bowl while at Ohio State. Despite early promise, Lee's career didn't reach superstar levels. He bounced between teams and didn't play in the NFL after 2020. On February 5th, 2026, deputies from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee were dispatched to a home in Ooltewah, Tennessee, after a 911 call reported CPR in progress. First responders found a female victim with serious injuries and attempted life-saving measures, but she was later pronounced dead at the scene. The woman's identity has not been publicly released as authorities work to notify her family. Lee was at the residence and was identified as her boyfriend. He was arrested on the spot and charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence. Lee now faces a court appearance on February 11th, 2026. According to law enforcement statements and an affidavit obtained by news outlets, the victim's injuries included severe trauma with bruising and a suspected stab wound, though final autopsy results are pending. Lee reportedly told investigators he found his girlfriend injured on a couch and believed she might have fallen in the shower, but his account didn't match the physical evidence. Investigators also noted blood had been cleaned up in parts of the home, and cleaning supplies were found in unusual places, a detail that may be central to the tampering charge. Lee appeared to have some injuries consistent with a physical struggle, according to the affidavit. This isn't the first time Lee has faced legal trouble. In 2023, he was arrested in Ohio on domestic violence and assault allegations and later reached a plea deal that resulted in lesser convictions, avoiding felony domestic violence. There were also incidents in his past involving altercations at events, though none resulted in major penalties until this moment. Experts say a history of legal issues can influence both public perception and how prosecutors approach a case. But again, each charge must be proven on its own merits.
And a former NFL linebacker was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend, and that's in the Chattanooga area. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says Darron Lee, the New York Jets' first-round pick in 2016, was arrested after police were called to a home on Thursday for a CPR in progress. First responders located a woman and attempted life-saving measures, but she died. The Sheriff's Office says the victim's death was a homicide. Lee was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, and he is now being held at the Hamilton County Jail. That's according to inmate records. His court date is set for February 11th.
What began as a routine call for deputies ended in tragedy inside of a home just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Investigators finding a woman unresponsive. Her boyfriend, former Buckeye and NFL linebacker Darron Lee, still at the scene and taken into custody. He's now charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Lee's story once looked very different. From New Albany High School to Ohio State, he became a defensive star, helping lead the Buckeyes to a Sugar Bowl victory in 2015. Drafted in the first round by the New York Jets in 2016, he played for several NFL teams, including a Super Bowl winning squad. But off the field, Lee's life was troubled. Arrests for domestic violence and assault stretch back to 2014, involving multiple women. In 2023, he faced probation after pleading guilty to attempted assault on a female relative in Dublin. Now, the most serious allegation yet, the death of his girlfriend, has stunned his hometown and raised urgent questions about a pattern of violence. Once celebrated for his talent and promise on the field, Darron Lee's life has taken a dark turn, from football star to murder suspect, leaving a community grappling with shock and disbelief.
We don't yet know the identity of the woman who died. Out of respect, let's avoid speculation or sharing unverified personal information. Our focus should remain on the facts of the case and on recognizing the tragedy of a human life lost. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for updates on this case and other breaking stories.